Hey, it's Jason with jamzDOTnet. Thanks for tuning into my channel. It's all about cars, DIY, and adventures. And today we're going to be talking about a little bit of a DIY project, which is a Predator 2000 Harbor Freight generator. It has 2,000 watts of starting power and it runs at 1,600 watts. I'm going to show you the unboxing of this and my first startup so you can figure out what to expect if you're considering buying a Predator 2000 generator from Harbor Freight. Let's unbox it. Okay, so my intended purpose of this is to use on the van, and on the van I have a cargo carrier on the back that I can sit this on. I'm hoping I can find a box that it can fit in, but the boxes I'm finding, the generator boxes, are super expensive. And I'm going to be powering primarily an 800 watt portable air conditioner. So it claims it runs at running 800 watts. This will operate at 1,600 running watts, so I believe this should be plenty of power. I paid, I think it was $5.99 for this. I just got it. It's July of 2024 when I'm making the video, and I had a 10% off coupon, so I got it for, about 500 and change when it was all said and done. I would have loved to have gotten the warranty, but the warranty was $170 for 1 year. That's nearly 25% of the cost of the generator. So enough of me yapping. You get the 2,000 watt inverter generator instructions. It's coming with, I'm told this is a battery charger, so that's kind of nice. I got to figure out if that means like charging a car battery or what, but you get the clamps. It looks like we have a toolkit. So they give you something, this could be what, a spark plug maybe. They give you a Phillips head screwdriver. They give you some pole and a 10mm, 8mm wrench. So that's nice. Now, one of the benefits of this generator is the price. It's about half the price of the Honda equivalent. This is a Chinese-made generator, and they're kind of knocking off the Honda generator, but this has been around for a long time, and I've read lots of good reviews. It's lightweight. I think it weighs, 40-some pounds, so that's good. You can easily maneuver it, but when it's easily maneuverable, that also means that you can easily still it. So you really got to think about how you secure the generator. Let me set this box down here. So that is the unit. So I've been wanting to possibly just store this on the cargo carrier on the back of the van, but I'm concerned about theft. It says you need 5 feet from all objects. Let me give you an up-closer look here. Now, my original plan with the generator was to put it in a tongue box, and the tongue box would be on the cargo carrier. The problem is the tongue boxes are not quite tall enough. This thing is every bit of 18.5 inches tall. So then I'm thinking, can I put it in a tongue box and tilt it a little bit? I don't know, because a tongue box will allow me to secure it outside of the vehicle, and I can just lift it out and put it next to the van when I'm using it. I might even be able to run it in it, although that's not advised, I know. So you get all kinds of stuff on the front. You start, once the light turns, I believe you go to run. You have a DC 12 volt. You have your 120 AC volts. This is how I think you can daisy chain them together. You have different lights, so output, overload, and low oil. and your ground. I'll pretty much be using the AC 120. And it says before you do anything, fill gas, add fuel stabilizer, open access panel, and add engine oil. They recommend that you run this. You must check the oil every 8 hours, clean the air filter, add fuel stabilizer, run for 15 to 20 minutes every 3 months. So to get to the access panel, you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, it seems. The quality seems pretty decent though. I mean, it's a plastic case. Okay, so the first step is to remove these 3 screws. Just a Phillips head screwdriver. I wish you didn't need a screwdriver to remove them, especially given how frequently you have to access stuff like the oil on this side, but the panel comes off. This is just plastic. 1, 2, 3 Phillips head screws. And we want to go ahead, I don't think this has oil in it, but we're going to go ahead and check. And obviously you don't ever want to tilt this too much, given it looks like there's a little bit of oil on it, but very, very little. But what I was saying is you never want to just tilt this bad boy too far, because, you know, it's oil. If you do tilt it, you're probably going to want to tilt it that way just a little bit. And the exhaust is on this side, and they make an adapter kit, so you could exhaust it farther away from perhaps where you have it. But that is what the inside looks like. They give you a setup guide. Oh yeah, it says mix gas and oil fuel stabilizer. Fill gas tank with gas mixture. Open the panel, remove the oil plug, and fill oil to the fill level, which is basically the neck, like right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me a funnel, and I'm gonna put some oil in this bad boy. Now you might notice that I'm doing this on the back of my truck because I want to have a good viewing area for you, the viewer. But just to make sure it's nice and level, because it's just a little bit off, I'm gonna put this blanket under it. You remove the oil plug again, like, I mean, it's like minimal oil on here. I don't think there's nearly what we expect. And the instructions are saying it's basically gonna wanna go kind of like right here. So you should be able to see that. And the dipstick on this thing, I mean, it's miniature, right? So, you know, it's pretty easy. I'm not sure how much oil it takes. Guess I can look that up real quick, but I'm gonna use a standard small engine 10W30 oil. This is the SPT brand premium oil. It has a nice little flange here, so when you empty the oil, I guess presumably you can get it emptied out kind of easily. Just so I don't make too big of a mess, I'm gonna put a little towel under here so I don't get oil anywhere if I was to spill some. I'm just going real slow here. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. See, I already made a mess. So I've used about that much so far. And this here is a quart of oil. Guess is this thing must, I don't think it's going to use a quart of oil, but I've pretty much put darn near half a quart in it so far. And And the good news is it does say the engine was shut off with too little oil. So it must have a little float or a sensor or something in there. And it talks about how to, and the fuel cap, that is a, like a air gap or something, like so it can breathe. When you fill with oil, it says to keep the vent on the gas cap off. So just FYI on that. And then the next step is to fill the fuel. Unscrew and remove the cap, remove the strainer, replace the strainer. It recommends no more than 10% ethanol gas. So if you can use ethanol free, that's even better. That's why they're recommending the stabilizer, because it's hard to get ethanol free. Fill it about 1 inch below. Replace the fuel cap, wipe any spill, and then you can start the engine. To manually start it, you open the vent on the gas cap, you move it to economy. So let's go ahead and get gas in this before we proceed too far. Okay, so I got fuel stabilizer. I just use stable in the gas. So I can now fill this bad boy up. It's probably easier if you use a smaller can, like a 1 gallon can versus this big old can I used. But my small cans already have oil and such mixed in. So it says, let me turn this around. Open the vent gas cap. So again, that's the vent for the gas. Open. Move the economy switch to the off position. So economy switch here to the off position. Oh, sorry, move the economy ESC switch to off. It's already off. Turn the combination switch to the start position. Start. Grip the starter handle of the engine loosely and pull it slowly to allow the gas to flow into the carburetor. Then pull the starter handle gently until resistance is felt. Allow it to retract fully, and then pull it to start it. Allow it to run for several seconds until the output light to light up. So the output light needs to light up. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the first pull. I've never started this, so you're gonna see it for the first time, just like me. So it says kind of pull this out gently, just to get some fuel in the carburetor. I think that's good. So let's go ahead and give it a pull. I'm gonna angle this so I don't hit the ladder when I do it. One pull. I'm shocked. And then it said wait for the output light to light up. My output light is already lit up. So that happened really quick. Then slowly move the combination switch to the run position. That's it. It's running. And it is super quiet. So far I'm really liking this. One pull, I'm utterly shocked. It's pretty quiet though. I mean, it's nowhere near generators that I've had in the past, where those generators are so darn loud, you know, it sounded like a leaf blower. This thing, it's humming, but if I'm in a parking lot or at an event, nobody's going to be complaining, more than likely. Your hot air, your exhaust blowing out from back here. I'm gonna let this thing run for a little while, probably for about 25 minutes. I'm gonna put it down on the ground just to really get everything cranking, and then I'll hook it up to a load. I'm gonna try to demonstrate the noise. I am literally right on top of it, an arm's length away, about 2 arms lengths, about 5 feet. Now I'm about 10 feet. I would say I'm 20 feet right now. At 20 feet, it does not bother you at all. Okay, so I've let this bad boy run a little over an hour, maybe close to 2 hours at this point. Still tons of fuel just a notch down. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off, and the next test we'll put it under a load. All right, so I'm ready to test this generator under load. I feel like I'm making really good progress on this van project, and the whole purpose of the generator is to power a 10,000 BTU air conditioning, which I'm told will pull 10 or 800 watts. And I'm gonna have a box that the Predator will go in, and the cable will actually, when I'm using it, just go through the back window here and up to the generator. And that is the little air conditioning unit. So the intent is, we're parked, we're going somewhere Saturday. We get there a little bit before they open, we park, we hit the generator, we have air conditioning, we can chill out and have a little bit of amenity. So the same process as before. I should have this turned though, right? So I can get to the pool. There we go. I wasn't pulling it that good before because I didn't want to hit my truck, so let it run a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The outlet is on. They say turn it there. So this is the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on. You always got to push these resets. When I crank the AC to 70, it's running just fine. We'll go ahead and go to high. It's powering this bad boy just fine. No issues at all. No issues at all. It's doing exactly what I would hope it would do. Let's let it run for a little bit and see how it goes. All right, I can consider this project done. I just got to get me a little box for the generator. They make one at Harbor Freight, a pull-behind plastic bell toolbox that this will fit in, and I can ratchet strap it down and pull it out when I need to, and then I can store it. But I would like to get like a diamond plate generator box at some point and just physically bolt it to this trailer. But this little generator is doing its thing, and it's pretty quiet. I turned the ESC throttle on, and it's basically, you know, gonna make the generator be a little more fuel efficient, and it's the engine speed control, so it's basically controlling how much of the engine is using and stuff. and it lowers the idle speed and it burns less fuel. So the engine RPM is matching the load effectively. And I have the cable ran up through. That doesn't really matter to you, but you know, this unit is on high and it's cranking 70 degrees and it feels good in here. So this is going to do exactly what I wanted to. This is a Costway 10,000 BTU unit, 9.5 total amps, and it claims it uses 800 watts when it's running, but I gave it a go, and it's working and doing exactly what I would hope it would do. So when I go to car swaps or anything where I take the van, and you can watch a video on how I installed all of this, a separate video, but for the sake of the generator, love it. I got great electricity for what I'm doing. Absolute thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to jamzDOTnet, our YouTube channel. It's all about cars, DIY, and adventures, stuff like this and more. Have a great day.